He found some wood in the corner of the living room and made a fire in the fireplace. He covered himself with a coat and slept. Toward morning the fire went out, and the cold awakened him. It'll be light soon, he thought. Then I'll go for help. He closed his eyes again, but before he could doze off, there was a terrible crash. Something big and heavy had fallen out of the chimney. It laid on the floor for a minute, then stood up and stared down at him. The man took one look and started running. He had never seen anything so horrible in his life. He paused just long enough to jump through a window. Then he ran and ran and ran until he thought his lungs would burst. As he stood in the road panting, trying to catch his breath, he felt something tap him on the shoulder. He turned and found himself staring into two big bloody eyes and a grinning skull. It was a horrible thing. "Pardon me," it said. "Is something wrong?" This is what he found. It's him. The woman was the meanest, most miserable person you could imagine. Her husband was just as bad. The only good thing that was that he lived in the woods all by themselves and could bother anybody else. One day they were off somewhere getting firewood, and the woman got so mad at her husband that she grabbed an axe and cut off his head, just like that. And then she buried him nice and neat and went home, made herself a cup of tea, and went out on the porch. She sat there rocking in her chair, sipping her tea, thinking how glad she was that she had done this awful thing. After a while she heard his old empty voice out in the distance, moaning and groaning, and it was saying, "Who's going to stay with me this cold, lonely night? Ooh!" "It's him," she thought, and she hollered back, "Stay by yourself, you old goat." Soon she heard the voice again, only now it was closer. "Who's going to sit with me this cold and lonely night? Ooh!" "Only a crazy man," she shouted. "Sit by yourself, you dirty rat."
"Well, fine, you old hag."
Then she heard the voice even closer saying, "Who's going to be with me this cold and lonely night? Ooh!" "Nobody," she sneered. "Be by yourself, you miserable mole." She stood up to go into the house, but now the voice was right behind her, and it was whispering, "Who's going to stay with me this cold and lonely night? Who?" Before she could answer back, a big hairy hand came around the corner and grabbed her and voice hollered, "You are!" Alright, that's all we have tonight. I hope you all liked it. If you didn't, I'm sorry. Be sure to give it a like and a comment and share, and be sure to hit that little notification bell to get that little ding-a-ling-a-ling. Hopefully I didn't give you too many nightmares. Also, we're on Twitter and Telegram and Facebook at TJ Trinity Studios, so be sure to check those out. And we will catch you tomorrow for the how-to video. We're going to cook up something yummy. Have a good night, y'all. Bye.